So I just got done watching part 4 of Chilling Adventures of Sabrina, and what the hell was that ending? Hi everybody! Thanks for stopping by my channel. This video will be a very quick one. I just need to rant for a few minutes about that horrible ending, and in my opinion, the worst season of Netflix's Sabrina. Period. Let's start with the thing that pisses me off the most. Sabrina Spellman's death. While I was able to somewhat come to terms with Sabrina Morningstar's death, the same couldn't be said when it comes to Sabrina Spellman's death. The fact that both Sabrinas are now dead is quite surprising and not to mention completely unnecessary. First of all, Sabrina Spellman's death could have been prevented if Zelda, Hilda, Ambrose, and Nick didn't bring her soul back from the void and into Sabrina Morningstar's body. Them saying Sabrina would have died in the void is utter nonsense because we find out later that even though Ross, Prudence, and Harvey's dad were all trapped in the void inside of Sabrina for quite some time, they still managed to survive, so explain that. Plus, Nick was able to keep Pandora's box open long enough for the void that was inside Sabrina to be drawn out so that it will then get trapped inside the box. So he should have been able to do the same thing to let Sabrina come out of the box if she were to be sucked inside it together with the void. So what the hell? And even if she died, couldn't they do something to resurrect her? The cane pit maybe? Or maybe ask for Lilith's help since there's always something up her sleeves. They're supposed to be powerful witches. They should have been able to figure something out. And don't get me started on how shitty Sabrina's mortal friends were to her, and I'm talking about Ross and Harvey specifically, and definitely not Theo. Theo has always been a good friend to her. Like, remember when Theo defended Sabrina after Ross and Harvey falsely accused her of causing Ross to go blind? With those two, I despise them both, not just as individuals, but as a couple too. Rule number 1. Best friends just don't date their best friends as exes. They just don't. So F Ross for doing that. Not to mention, Ross has been so irrelevant in the later seasons of Sabrina. And what was the point of revealing to everyone that she's a witch when she didn't do any magic of her own in the end? Also, Ross was so mean for telling Sabrina in episode 1 that Sabrina was the one who left her and the others behind. Like, shut the F up. How about you stop all your PDAs with Sabrina's ex-boyfriend Harvey right in front of her? And Harvey, ooh Harvey, what a dumbass. He is just as guilty as Ross. Not to mention, he's been a complete ass to Sabrina this whole season. Remember when he got all up in her face when he thought she killed his dad? He should have been glad that she did that for him because despite not being an alcoholic anymore, Mr. Kinkle is still a prick. I'm sorry. So I hope you're happy, Ross and Harvey, that Sabrina is dead. Father Blackwood was ridiculously stupid this whole season. It's just mind-boggling that he wasn't able to find the rest of the void floating in space despite searching for it for 2 weeks, but Nick was able to retrieve Pandora's box which contains the void within a day. How convenient. So now that Sabrina's dead, Nick decided to commit suicide and join her in the crossroads and afterlife. And Sabrina seemed okay, almost happy that he did that. That is so messed up. Listen, I would have been able to tolerate all of this if they were continuing on this show with part 5, but the fact that this is the last ever season we'll get and the show had to end like this just makes me sick to my core. Don't get me wrong, I don't think the show really deserves another season because with each season, the writing gets progressively worse, but honestly, I wouldn't mind another season just so that we can have another ending that's hopefully better than the one we got, because this ain't it. There is actually a Change.org petition going around in the hopes of renewing Chilling Adventures of Sabrina for a 5th part or 5th season. It was started by a fan named Dominic Barrett, and this petition is actually picking up a lot of steam because so far, it has garnered a little more than 300,000 signatures as of January 15, 2021. This is something important to mention because, ironically, the TV show Lucifer was initially cancelled by Fox after season 3. And because fans were devastated by this cancellation, a petition was started to save the show and let it get picked up by another network for season 4. And guess what happened in the end? The petition garnered enough signatures, which is around the same amount as Sabrina so far, and it actually led to Netflix picking up the show not just for season 4, but Lucifer is still up and running until season 6, which is said to be the last season. So if the stars are aligned and Netflix's Sabrina gets renewed or picked up, this could be an amazing full circle moment. I say all of this to say, petitions can definitely make a change, and I implore all of you to sign the petition, which I have included the link down in this video's description box. Honestly, this show just can't end the way it did. No sir, no ma'am, That's basically all I have to say about Chilling Adventures of Sabrina really, at least the finale. Thinking back on this show and its 4 seasons, I just feel such disappointment. It started out really well in part 1, and then slowly but surely, this show grew to be so ridiculous and all over the place. The villains became shadows of their former selves, a lot of the characters got extremely unlikable as the series progressed, the ending was abysmal, it's just blah. But I will say the one thing that I really enjoyed about this season is the guest appearances of Beth Broderick as Zelda and Caroline Rhea as Hilda. Seeing them both on screen just brought back so many good memories. Anyways, I want to thank you all for listening to me getting whatever that needed to be off my chest. Please like and share this video if you can. I want you to also comment down below on what you thought about the series ending. Did you hate it like I did, or were you actually fine with how things went? And lastly, I would love it if you could subscribe to my channel to check out more content from me. I want you all to have a great day ahead, and I will see you all next time. Bye!